You've mentioned like pain and you've mentioned suffering here. You identify that these are two separate things. Can you talk a little bit about that?
To become stuck is inevitable, but to stay stuck is a choice. The suffering is actually a coping mechanism sometimes, but the pain of suffering is actually in our minds better than actually confronting the real problem. It's actually a fear that's running that. It's not real. That's a false expectation appearing real. And in actual fact, if you go closer to the pain, which seems insurmountable to you sometimes, and you actually find that it's not actually as scary as what it actually feels. And so in this suffering, it's actually just a coping mechanism because it's an avoidance technique of actually dealing with it. Because it's far easier to go out and tell my friends, oh yeah, my job's just started, it's a pain in the backside. It's just far easier to go and moan about something than to actually do the work and do something about it.
Well, let's talk a little bit about how to resolve the problem. It sounds like step one is realize there's a problem and you can't avoid it anymore.
Absolutely. If you're feeling frustrated, angry, drained, you're not feeling motivated, it's everyone's right and opportunity to feel energized, pumped, feel like you've got meaning, joy, and purpose in your life every single day. We can be there. If you're not there, then what do we need to do to get there? But the first step is to get the clarity that that's where I want to be. This is where I'm at. Therefore, what do I need to do about it to get me there?
And how hard is it to actually do the work? Because like you said, you move towards the pain and then you realize actually this wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. For someone who decided today, yeah, I need to make some changes in my life, what does that look like? Are they going to be able to feel better tomorrow? Like, what sort of expectations should we set for ourselves in terms of being able to resolve things and move past that transition towards something that we're actually seeking out?
Yeah, I think in actual fact, almost the worse the situation, the quicker often the flip can occur. Because when we're in crisis, as soon as you back off from the crisis and you step back, it's like, oh my God, that's so much better. You know, you feel the difference. When things are subtly not right, then that can sometimes take a little bit longer. But the first focus for me is really 3 steps. The first thing is there's only one common factor in every problem you've ever had in your life and every success you've ever had in your life, and that's you. So let's stop and actually focus on you, who you are, what you stand for, doing some diagnostics on yourself to understand what's going on there. Just doing that can sometimes be the aha moment. Thing is, we get anxious when there's grayness, when we can't see, where we don't have clarity. You know, that's when we put a blindfold on, we feel very vulnerable. So that's where, by focusing on clarity for self first, can be the first layer of kind of taking that grayness and bringing a bit of clarity about it. And then the next thing is to go from self to life. Where am I at with the areas of my life important? Where do I want to be? What do I need to do to bring these back on course? And so a lot of the time, the relief comes not from when we achieve the outcome, but the relief comes when we realize there's a path to achieving it. And within that period of time, when we do that understanding self and identify what the hidden obstacles are, and we focus on them, that's where the relief comes. Because it's like, oh, finally, it's not me. Where one client said, oh, look, I really struggle with fear and confidence. And everyone else said, oh, well, we've all struggled with that. And we've actually got training on that. And he was like, what? I didn't realize that was a real thing. You know, like, yeah, it's actually a real hidden obstacle for lots of us. It really does hold us back. So let's unpack it. Let's do something about it. These are the actions that you need to take. The relief comes immediately. And that's why I kind of say to people as well, like, book a holiday for the future for 12 weeks from now, because you will start to realize the benefits of it. Because you're like, yeah, I know that I'm going on holiday then. You know, don't book it last minute, because you don't get all the 12 weeks of benefit of knowing you've got the holiday. So it's a matter of knowing that you've got a plan to move you forward gives you that kind of relief. And then the third thing of the strategic nature is, and particularly if it's work related, how does career fit in life for me on my terms with regards to the lifestyle that I want? And this is how I even do business strategy. Who are you? What do you stand for? What's important to you? What's your meaning? What's your purpose? What lifestyle do you want? Then thirdly, how does your career fit within that to give you meaning, purpose, and joy? And then from there on in, it's about what are the skills, tools, and tactics that you need to be successful in that space.
Thanks for the chat, Robin. We'll talk again soon.
If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Feel free to share with friends and check out what's up next for more videos from my channel.